Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Mike. Welcome over to the channel. Alright, so today we're going to be doing a little feature on Warlock, okay? We have a solo of Act 6.1.5 Crossbones. Now, in my opinion, this Crossbones is still one of the worst fights in Act 6, especially for players who are trying to become Cavalier for the first time. As of right now, how it stands, Omega Red is probably still, without a doubt, the best option for this Crossbones, but this Warlock is certainly giving him a run for his money. Alright, so what makes this Crossbones so bad? I'm sure you guys know he has Biohazard, he has Vigor. You know, every, 10-15 seconds he regenerates this whole slew of health. And the biggest issue for so many people is that there aren't too many Bleed Moon champs that can out-damage that regeneration. But if you don't have one of those beyond God tier champions, you're kind of out of luck because you can only bring 5-star champs to Act 6. So, what makes Warlock so great for this fight? Well, a couple things. One, his main piece of utility is that he can completely shut down heal within the first 10 seconds of the fight, all right? The way he does this is through his virus, you know? When you get hit on the block, or when you parry, or when you hit, you gain a certain amount of virus charges, okay? And when you get to one total virus, all healing is completely shut down. It's the same thing as having like a neurotoxin with Archangel. Another thing that makes him great is he's poison and bleed immune. Now, if you combine this with the robot synergy with Vision or Ultron, you get a Fury every time you're going to put a bleed or a poison on yourself. And that's really good because that's going to help you out-damage this Crossbones while you're beating the Bane timer. So Crossbones also has Bane for 9 out of 10 of these fights. Alright, so let's take a look here. So a couple things to note before this fight actually begins. We are using the Cable synergy, which is really, really good for Warlock because every single time we gain a charge, whether it be by hitting or getting hit by the opponent, we have the opportunity to gain double those amount of charges, whether it be by parrying, getting hit on the block, hitting into the block, or hitting the opponent itself. Now, what's so good about that is because the more charges that we have, the more we can regenerate with our SP3, and we'll see that a little bit later. Now, when we're playing Warlock, what we really want to do is we want to focus on using the SP2 and the SP3 when we want to heal. Now, that becomes a bit of an issue in this fight for a couple reasons. Number one, Crossbones' SP1 is a gift from Kabam to evade. We all know that. The SP2, not so much. You don't really want a chance evading that, so you kind of want to take the first 2 hits on the block and then just evade the third one. Now, usually I would say bait out the SP1 against Crossbones and then wait till you have an SP2, but because of this global node, every time they gain a bar of power, we gain a bar of power, they use a bar of power, we lose a bar of power. That's the global node in 6.1.5. So, you know, we go through this fight often not using specials, just baiting out that SP1. Now, as you can see, we're down to 21% health already, right? And we haven't gotten hit yet, really. So that's all from the Bane, and that's one of the main issues in this fight. See, right here, we're down to 7%, so let's see what happens. So he has 3 virus charges on him right now, and we push him to an SP3, and we use DARs. So as you can see, we have 7% health, right? Every virus charge on the opponent will give us back 5% health after the SP3. So now, we're going to end up at 22%. We gain 15%. And what's so great about the SP3 is that, as you can see, we pushed him to an SP3, but he has 100% power drain after that. You're fine pushing the opponent to an SP3 as long as you have your own, because they'll never throw their SP3 afterwards because all that power is going to be drained. Unfortunately, that's not instant. However, it's still good enough where they're not going to throw an SP3 right after you throw yours. So here we are at 5% health now, still haven't taken a hit, baiting out the SP1s, all of his regeneration is being blocked. Bane is still ticking away, Bane's helping us out, we haven't thrown an SP1 yet, we're baiting out his SP1s, we're using our SP2s because the armor break really makes him start to hit pretty hard. He's not so much a pillow fist defender as some people are saying. Baiting out that SP1, going at it again, still heal blocking him, we grab the SP2, and it's over in 147 hits. Took the screenshot, and that's pretty much all there is to it. A solo of Crossbones by a rank 5 Sig 200 Warlock. Guys, this dude is not just a defender. I've been seeing all over the place since he was released that he's going to be the next greatest thing on defense, and yes, he's fantastic on defense. However, This dude can do so much on offense too, and that proves it. This is one of the biggest trouble fights in Act 6, and this guy slaughtered it. If you're going through this for the first time and you take off the Bane Link Node, you're going to have absolutely no problem taking this Crossbones down. You don't have to worry about the Bane if you're just trying to get an initial clear in this chapter and make your way through Cavalier for the first time. I'm telling you guys, Warlock, solid champ. I'm going to give him a solid 9.98 out of 10.